Transformers Weekly is your best source for the previous week's top Transformers news and related segments. Its staff is made up of a dedicated multinational team of reviewers. Check out Transformers Weekly today on YouTube.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, man. And before this guy hits the paint booth to become this guy, I figured, why not? Let's review and take a look at and dig into Legacy Evolution Hot Shot, shall we? Alright everyone, man, so what are we looking at here in bot mode? We're looking at Hot Shot. There's not really a whole lot here to write home about, man, to be honest with you. It's an okay robot mode. I know the inside of the legs. Look, let's just talk about this real quick, alright? So, Hasbro's reintroduced ball joints here, okay? And this whole situation here with the legs could have been fixed really simply with some kind of extra hinge here, so this whole piece could rotate. So basically put a ball joint in here instead of pinning it, and then make this a second hinge, right? And then so it can rotate around and then fold itself over onto the side here, so you wouldn't have this giant gap. I mean, the legs look terrible, dude. They really do. And I mean, it was a simple solution, right? Just two extra pieces and, make this two pieces back here, this windshield section, two pieces, instead of the one piece. But yeah, other than that, I think the bot mode looks okay. It's Hot Shot for sure. He does have his gimmick here from the original toy and the anime. He does get his giant, screw you cannon of death. But the biggest glaring omission here from this entire thing is the fact that he is missing Jolt. Yes, he doesn't come packaged with Jolt. This is what I was saying in my Needle Nose review, right? Like, I don't understand why the G1 guys get their Target Masters, but the Armada guys aren't getting their mini-cons. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Also, I'm going to talk about this gun real quick. This is probably one of the stupidest designs I've ever seen. I hate when Transformer companies, whether it's third-party or Hasbro or Akeo or whatever, they do this. So this becomes the engine block, right? And in his car modes, as you can see, it clips in. Now it's all like cattywampus, it's off center and stuff. It doesn't look like he's holding it, right? And the crappy thing is, like, he doesn't have any wrist articulation, so he can't hold it like a double cannon, like a double wielded pew pew cannon of death. But so basically what they did was, for his alt mode, they gave it two pegs for it to basically clip in right here when this is in car mode. Well, the problem with that is you end up with this off-center thing. So how do you fix this? Well, it's real simple, man. You put one peg in the middle, right? Like, if you just want this to be one piece, you do one peg dead center. You make these pegs half pegs, and then whenever the car mode is together, this sits right there. And then if you really want to secure it, make it super secure, you add a little bitty peg, little bitty tab right here on the side, and then boom. As they say, Bob's your uncle. But yeah, it's a really simple fix. I know, and also I know I have a mistransformed here, and I want to talk about this. The shoulders coming down like this, I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks on this figure whatsoever. I think it gives his proportions, it really messes with his proportions, right? Like, the shoulders and stuff are so high. It just looks out of place. It makes the actual bot look shorter, I feel like, when his shoulders are up. So, tucking them back like that, I think, looks a lot better. He also does have his visor right there. It is clear plastic, blue clear plastic. It is painted, and that brings me to my next point, the entire roof of this thing being clear plastic. Dude, I really wish they would stop with the clear plastic. It's just, it's so fragile, man. It's gonna break eventually, and yeah. It feels okay. I mean, it doesn't feel as light or as bad as, say, Needle Nose. He doesn't not have a neck, which is really off-putting. He does not want to stay together. Like, this whole top piece doesn't really clip in, right? It has like this, like a squared off circle piece, I guess, to kind of clip it up and keep it there. But the shoulders are made to keep it in place, right? But as you can see, like, it doesn't peg in. Like, I'm trying to get it to peg in, but it doesn't. It just doesn't peg in. This side pegs in okay, and it holds well, but this side just doesn't want to peg in at all and stay pegged in. I should say it doesn't want to stay pegged in. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the bot mode looks okay. I think proportions are okay. This guy is not screen accurate before anybody says, but it's so screen accurate. It's not screen accurate. Okay, like, yes, I get the screen used, the screen model had black feet and arms and stuff instead of the blue. But he also had like black tires here up front on the kneecaps, and the side of his arms were yellow. So this should have been painted yellow, and the shin like circle sections should have been painted a black for a screen accurate look. So I guess you could say this is how he would look in Legacy Evolution. So terrible wrestling joke. Anyway, but yeah, so there he is right there in bot mode. Here he is with the original mold, or the original, not the original Armada figure, but like the original update to the character, right? Let's get him in car mode and take a look at his alt mode. Boom! And just like magic, we got the car mode. So this is what I was talking about with the gun, right? Like, there's the two pegs, this pegs in like that. And all to really fix this, like I said, just put one peg, cut it in half, down the middle, put one peg here. And honestly, if you put one peg here, that saves cost on tooling as well. So, but yeah, the gun just pegs in to the front of it, just like that. He rolls not too well. Let me see if he's plugged in all together. Yeah, no, he's just not. He slides like a champ, but he just don't roll for damn. Yellow does not match the plastic, as you guys can see on camera. And look, I'll say this, as a customizer, yellow and white is just a pain in the ass to match, like to do anything with. It takes a lot of white and a lot of yellow to get those two colors to work. I just don't understand when something like this is the case. Like, Hasbro, just make this out of just the regular opaque plastic, right? Like, and then just paint the blue onto the window, or the window's black, or whatever. Yeah, the color match here is atrocious. He does have the black stripe painted up here. It looks cool, man. I like the black stripe. He does have his original toy gimmick as well, with the claw thing up front. I mean, it's a thing, so there is that. Yeah, and honestly, the Minicon port up here, that's just messed up, man. Come on, dude. Like, Hasbro, release these Minicons, dude, for the Armada fans, man, to get the enjoyment out of this figure. Like I said, I don't understand why the G1 guys get their Target Masters, but these guys are getting hosed on their Minicon partners, dude. Like, okay, and I don't have an original Jolt to see if this plugs into, okay, to see if this works. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't even need to be a thing, right? You shouldn't have to dig into a drawer or a closet or whatever, find a 20-year-old toy to plug into that. But yeah, I say all in all, the car mode looks pretty decent, looks really squat. I don't think it looks terrible. So let's go on to final thoughts. Alright, baby, just like that, we are back with final thoughts. Alright, truth be told, I don't think this is a terrible incarnation of the Hot Shot figure at all. That being said, there is a lot of misses here. This figure just needs just a little bit more refinement, and I don't think it would be a terrible, like a terrible figure or anything, right? Like the inside of the legs and stuff, like, you know, like the back part kind of being able to fold around and fill up the sides of the legs and stuff here. Kind of correct what I was talking about with the gun by adding the one peg and the one peg hole and stuff like that. Kind of maybe even extend the neck here. I mean, he got a little bit of up and down, but I mean, it just looks like dude ain't got no neck at all. And I get it, like that's his design, sure, but you know, to extend it up just a little bit to give him a bit of a neck. And here's the other thing too. The cost of this figure, roughly $30. And you can get this guy, the Universe Hot Shot, for about that same price. That being said, I don't think either figure is bad, but I think the original, I think the Hot Shot from Universe was a better overall figure, a better experience, better transformation, better overall everything. But that's just my 2 cents, man. I like this one better than that one, but I don't necessarily feel like this one is a terrible figure. So, I mean, I guess in this case, go with whichever one you like. And as always, I will see you guys next video, next live stream, next whatever it is I see you. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and bam! Cut it out. Later, everybody.